Few people talk about it, but the truth is that semen retention may be one of the best-kept secrets to achieving high levels of energy, mental clarity, and even success in life. While most follow the path of indulgence and instant gratification, those who understand the true power of this practice are able to access a level of vitality and internal control that few even imagine possible. What do science and ancient traditions have to say about this? Are we wasting the greatest source of power the world has ever known? Creator of the universe gave us. Have you ever felt constant tiredness, lack of motivation, or even difficulty concentrating? What if I told you that there was a reason for this, and that it could be directly linked to the way you manage your vital energy? Semen retention is not just an esoteric or spiritual concept, but a practice that has scientific foundations and can directly impact health, performance, and even longevity. Great leaders and wise men of the past already knew this secret, but modern society has done everything to hide this information. After all, who wins when you are always exhausted and without the strength to seek your true self? Prosperity. If you are ready to discover knowledge that can change the way you live, then this content is for you. What happens in the body when this energy is conserved? How can this practice transform your vitality and presence in the world? And, above all, how can you apply this in your daily life to achieve real results? Stay with me until the end and get ready to see this issue with different eyes, because once you understand this, there's no going back. Semen updating has always been a concept present in several spiritual and philosophical traditions. Many believe that the vital energy contained in this fluid is extremely powerful and, by conserving it, the individual can redirect it to strengthen the body and mind. Imagine an ancient warrior who, instead of constantly dissipating his strength, stored his energy for strategic moments, ensuring more resistance and mental clarity. This practice is not just a matter of discipline, but a method of deeply connecting with the essence of the Creator of the universe, allowing the individual to maintain their peace interior and amplify your prosperity. In addition to the psychological aspects, there is an obvious physical impact. When energy is not wasted, the body starts to use it more efficiently, which can be reflected in greater vigor, more focus, and even a magnetic aura that attracts situations and people aligned with this high vibration. Have you ever noticed how some people have a strong, almost hypnotizing presence? Many ancient conversations and educational leaders have learned this practice as a way to stay connected to the light and with your mission on Earth. It's no wonder so many cultures talk about the power of self-control as the key to success. In practice, this retention does not mean repression, but rather a redirection of energy towards higher goals. Diaphragmatic breathing techniques, deep meditation, and specific physical exercises can help with this process. For example, the practice of Qigong or even Kundalini Yoga teaches methods to raise this energy up the spine, awakening greater mental clarity and emotional balance. Anyone who wants to try it can start practicing mindfulness throughout the day, avoiding wasting energy on habits that drain your vitality. This opens up space to understand how conserving this strength can directly impact performance and longevity. And what happens when this process continues? Well, that brings us to another fascinating aspect. When talking about semen retention, many people don't realize that it is also directly linked to resistance and performance in different areas of life. Just as an athlete trains to increase his physical capacity, controlling sexual energy can influence longevity and vitality. The principle here is simple. The more energy you conserve, the more you can direct it towards productive activities, be it work, creativity, or even the search for more. Butterflies. It is not about deprivation, but about intelligence in managing one's own strength. After all, what is the point of dedicating energy that can be used to strengthen your essence? For those looking to improve performance, both physically and mentally, exercise retention can be a powerful tool. This is because, by avoiding the constant loss of this vital energy, the body rebalances its hormonal levels, improving concentration capacity, resistance, and even decision-making. Imagine a businessman who manages to maintain a relentless focus on his goals, without dispersing his energy on distractions that drain his strength. This practice, when well applied, can elevate a person's presence, making them more confident, stable, and magnetic. The reflection of this? Greater connection with the Creator of the universe, more peace interior, and a different shine that people notice, even without understanding why. The issue here is not just prolonging an act, but rather redefining how this energy can be used. Some techniques, such as deep breathing and pelvic muscle control, help redirect this flow to other parts of the body. Great spiritual masters and even high-level athletes use similar methods to improve their performance, whether in meditation, sports, or any activity that requires great focus and endurance. The real question is, if you could direct this strength towards something great, what would you choose? Perhaps the secret lies precisely in the way this energy is managed. Semen retention not only impacts the mind and spirit, but it also exerts a powerful influence on the physical body. When the body is not constantly expending this energy, it redirects its resources towards cell regeneration, strengthening the immune system and increasing general vitality. Have you ever noticed how some people always seem willing, while others are exhausted? The difference may be precisely in the way vital energy is administered. This translates into greater peace, inner, hormonal balance, and a deeper connection with the light that governs existence. After all, what could be more powerful than aligning body, mind, and spirit into a single frequency of prosperity? From a physiological perspective, semen retention can improve brain function, reducing mental fatigue and increasing clarity in thoughts. This occurs because the energy that would normally be dissipated is now used to strengthen neural circuits and improve the functioning of the nervous system. Some people report a feeling of greater control over their emotions, less anxiety, and an inexplicable confidence that is reflected in daily interactions. It is as if the individual is more grounded, more present, and with a different shine in their eyes. Great leaders, philosophers, and spiritual masters have been talking about this for centuries, and it is no coincidence that this practice is present in so many traditions. But how to apply this in your routine? Small habits can make all the difference. Practicing physical activities regularly helps channel this energy to strengthen the body, while meditation helps with emotional control. Furthermore, avoiding artificial stimuli and seeking natural forms of nutrition, such as a diet rich in live foods, pure water, and exposure to the sun, further enhances the benefits. Those who adopt this practice with discipline notice, in a short time, an increase in their inner strength and a stronger connection with the Creator of the universe. And if this is all just the beginning, imagine what happens when a person really masters this energy. Science has increasingly explored the impacts of withholding sex on the human body, and the results are surprising. Each ejaculation expels millions of cells full of essential nutrients, such as zinc, magnesium, and other substances essential for vitality. It takes the body about a month to fully report these elements, which means excessive release can lead to fatigue, reduced cognitive performance, and even a weakened immune system. It's like spending without ever saving. Sooner or later, the lack of energy becomes evident. Those who understand this principle use this knowledge to their advantage, remaining more aligned with the light, a prosperity, and the vital force that Creator of the universe available to those who know how to manage their internal resources. Research indicates that maintenance can increase testosterone levels, hormones essential for muscle growth, energy, and well-being. Men who practice this conservation often report an increase in disposition, greater ability to focus, and even an improvement in self-esteem. This occurs because the organism, by not wasting its primary energy source, redirects its strength to other essential functions, such as cell regeneration and strengthening neural connections. In other words, maintaining this reserve not only preserves vitality but can be a decisive factor for healthier and more balanced aging. Another interesting point is the relationship between retention and neuroplasticity. Studies suggest that individuals who avoid excessive dissipation of this energy can experience greater mental clarity, more motivation, and even increased creativity. Great thinkers, such as Nikola Tesla and Leonardo da Vinci, were known for practicing controlling this force and using it to discover their discoveries. This raises an intriguing question. If the geniuses of the past saw value in this practice, isn't there something much greater behind this knowledge? What if this energy, when channeled correctly, can completely transform the course of someone's life? Semen retention is not just a philosophical or spiritual concept. Its effects on physical endurance and vitality have been noted throughout history. In several ancient cultures, warriors and monks were taught to conserve this energy to increase their strength and longevity. The reason? Simple. When the body isn't constantly losing essential nutrients, it can use them to strengthen muscles, bones, and organs. This means more willingness to face daily challenges, greater vigor in training, and even faster recovery after intense activities. It is as if the body were functioning in its most optimized state, aligned with the light and ready to manifest more prosperity. Modern studies indicate that men who avoid frequent ejaculation can experience a significant increase in energy and endurance levels. This occurs because retention reduces chronic fatigue and improves tissue oxygenation, allowing greater performance in physical and mental activities. An athlete, for example, may notice that their muscle recovery becomes more efficient, while a professional who works with high intellectual demands may notice improved focus. This energy, when well directed, translates into greater peace interior, more hormonal balance, and a deeper connection with one's own purpose. And how to turn this theory into practice? Exercises such as weight training, running, and resistance training are great allies, as they help to transmute accumulated energy and strengthen the body as a whole. Furthermore, practices such as cold showers, intermittent fasting, and conscious breathing can further enhance the positive effects of retention. Those who begin to apply these changes quickly notice an increase in their energy and a greater sense of control over themselves. But there is yet another aspect of this journey that many people ignore, and it is directly linked to training your own mind. Controlling sexual energy is not just a matter of retention, but also of knowing how to manage it correctly. Many former teach training techniques that involve interruption and resume stimulation philosophy, allowing the body to develop greater resistance. This method, often called edge training, aims to prolong pleasure without the loss of vital energy, redirecting the strength to strengthen the body and mind. Just as an athlete trains his muscles to withstand greater challenges, those who practice this technique develop a superior capacity for control over their own emotions and impulses, creating a state of balance that reflects on more peace, light, and prosperity in everyday life. In practice, this technique requires full attention and discipline. One of the most effective methods is deep breathing, which helps distribute energy throughout the body, instead of leaving equipment exclusively in the pelvic region. Another interesting approach is the use of contraction of the pelvic floor muscles, Kegel exercises, which strengthens the muscles responsible for controlling ejaculation. When these practices are combined, a person notices a significant improvement in their retention capacity, as well as experiencing an increase in vitality and mental clarity. Great spiritual masters and martial arts practitioners have used these same strategies to keep their energy high and their mind sharp. In addition to the physical benefits, this training also impacts the individual's level of consciousness. By developing greater control over his impulses, he begins to see life more clearly, making wiser decisions and avoiding wasting energy on superficial distractions. This self-control is reflected in all areas, from professional performance to the quality of interpersonal relationships. And there is something even more interesting. Many traditions claim that this type of practice can activate higher energy centers in the body, leading to expanded states of perception and connection with the world, creator of the universe. But, to understand this deeper connection, it is necessary to look at Eastern traditions that have studied this topic for thousands of years. Eastern traditions have always seen sexual energy as something sacred, a force capable of elevating the individual to higher states of consciousness. In Taoism, for example, semen retention is seen as a means of strengthening the spend, the vital energy that circulates throughout the body. In traditional Chinese medicine, this practice is associated with strengthening the dantian, an energy center located in the abdomen region, considered the basis of personal power. When this energy is preserved and well channeled, it can be used to improve longevity, strengthen internal organs, and even expand the individual's energy field. It's a simple principle. By avoiding wasting vital energy, the person remains more connected with the light, a peace, and others' prosperity. In yoga, especially in the tantric tradition, sexual energy is seen as the primordial force of creation. According to this view, semen retention allows this energy to rise up the spine, activating the chakras and awakening heightened states of consciousness. This process is known as the raising of Kundalini, the serpentine energy that, when awakened, provides mental clarity, personal power, and a deeper connection with the soul. Creator of the universe. Advanced practitioners use techniques such as bandhas, specific muscle contractions, and pranayama, breathing exercises, to direct this force to higher levels of perception. Those who learn to master this energy discover that it does not need to be dissipated. On the contrary, it can be a powerful fuel for any area of life. But how to bring this wisdom into everyday life? Small practices, such as meditation focused on the lower dantian, breathing exercises, and even a simple change of mindset, can completely transform your relationship with this energy. Instead of seeing it as something that needs to be unloaded, the person starts to see it as a tool for growth. Over time, this internal change reflects externally, bringing more vitality, emotional stability, and a natural magnetism that attracts opportunities. But there is an important detail. For this practice to be truly effective, it is necessary to understand that balance must come from within, without external dependencies. The search for improved physical and mental performance has led many people to turn to medications and artificial stimulants. However, what few realize is that these substances only offer a temporary solution, while silently eroding the body's vitality. Medications such as Cialis and other sexual stimulants may provide an immediate effect, but in the long term they generate dependence and dysregulation of the body's natural balance. When the body needs external stimuli to function fully, it is a clear sign that vital energy is not being managed correctly. True power lies in learning to balance this force naturally, connecting with the light, a peace and threats that come from within, without the need for external investment. The key to healthy, long-lasting performance is not to strengthen your own energy and hormonal system. Practices such as regular physical exercise and a natural diet rich in essential and quality nutrients help to balance testosterone and dopamine levels in a sustainable way. Furthermore, techniques such as sperm retention, deep breathing and meditation can enhance male energy, without the need for chemicals that overload the liver and cardiovascular system. Many men who adopt these strategies report a significant increase in drive, focus, and self-confidence simply because they have learned to respect and cultivate their own energy. And this goes beyond physical health. It's a change in mindset. What differentiates those who depend on external stimuli from those who live at high natural performance is the level of self-control and knowledge they have about themselves. The true source of power is not in a pill, but in the way an individual manages their vital energy. When this force is well channeled, it transforms into personal, clearly mental magnetism and a presence that radiates strength and security. Ultimately, the essential question is not about what the body can receive from the outside, but rather about how it can awaken its own inner power. And there is still an aspect that is often ignored: how this energy can impact alternative practices that strengthen health and longevity. In addition to the physical and mental effects, semen retention is widely discussed in several alternative practices aimed at longevity and energy balance. Many of these traditions believe that this energy, when conserved and correctly channeled, can regenerate the body on a cellular level, promoting vitality and endurance over time. Some currents within Ayurvedic medicine and bioenergetics suggest that this vital force is directly linked to the body's recovery capacity and the strengthening of immunity. This would explain why individuals who practice retention often report less fatigue, greater mental clarity, and a feeling of constant renewal, as if they are more aligned with the light, a peace and others' prosperity that govern creation. In the field of energy therapies, conserving this energy is seen as a way of nourishing the chakras and enhancing the flow of vital force through the body. Internal alchemy, practiced by several esoteric schools, teaches that the retention and transmutation of this energy can strengthen not only physical health, but also the individual's vibrational field. This means that, instead of wasting this energy, it can be transformed and used to amplify intuition, improve creativity, and even strengthen the connection with the Creator of the universe. It is no surprise that many spiritual masters, monks, and high-performance practitioners adopt this practice to elevate their states of consciousness and improve their performance in all areas of life. But does this retention really have a long-term impact? Although science is still exploring this field, there are many reports that indicate that the practice can be a game-changer in quality of life. Whether developing a more focused mind, improving general health, or strengthening magnetic presence, the effects seem to go far beyond what one imagines. And now, knowing all this ancestral knowledge and modern evidence, the question remains: has the time come to experience and feel this transformation on your own? Now that you have this knowledge in hand, the big question is, what are you going to do with it? You can simply ignore this information and continue living on autopilot, wasting your vital energy without realizing the consequences. Or you can take a step forward and start applying this wisdom in your everyday life, observing how your body, your mind, and even your reality initially transform. The truth is that semen retention is not just about control, it's about taking charge of your life and connecting with your partner. Light, a peace, and the threats who are always at your disposal. Could what you feel like tiredness, lack of motivation, or anxiety be directly related to the misuse of your own energy? How many opportunities have you missed because your vitality was drained? What if the secret to superior performance, unwavering focus, and a magnetic presence was precisely this practice that so many ignore? Now that you know this, there is no point in continuing to waste your main resource. The choice is in your hands. Remain hostage to habits that steal your energy or learn to use it to create an extraordinary life. If this content made sense to you, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This way, you continue to receive more valuable teachings like this. Also share with someone who needs this information. After all, such powerful knowledge cannot be kept just for yourself. And tell me in the comments, have you ever experienced sperm retention? How was your experience? Let's exchange ideas and deepen this knowledge even further.